ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Kansas State Wildcats, Bill Snyder Family Stadium. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Horned Frogs will kick it away to start. A special teams miscue right off the bat, and they'll take over in really good field position. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Ready. Moves. Tight end now in motion. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. Guys, let's just think for a second about Kansas State. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
They think there's room to run to the right here. Can't get him to the ground. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Kansas State back at it after picking up the first down. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He makes a grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Wildcats! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
He'll bring it out. It's Ezukama. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. On the move. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Turning on the Jets. The 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, TCU.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. To the air, it's Barnett. Right down the middle. Finds the tight end down the gut. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And that is priority number one for defenses. Get to the quarterback. Affect him. Get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
And they can't make the connection.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack, first down, just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He slings it deep to the left. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to...
Snatches it on the right. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they gets him down at the 37.
And you see more and more of this in college football, finding your playmakers in space, whether it's a receiver, a tight end, or in this case, a running back, way down the field. Get him isolated, find your matchup, and how about the running back turning into a receiver?
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. And if that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The play-action fake. And here's a fumble way behind the line. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Snags it inside the 20. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Fires downfield. Working that left side. Makes the catch with defenders everywhere, and now the defense backed up with a 1st and goal from the 5.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that 1st down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the 1st down marker. Get in there and get it.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Firing to the right, complete. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. Trying to bully their way in. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
A lot of times you know on third down in the red zone, you know exactly what you're going to do the next play. You got to the 1. Now it's fourth down. This situation is what you wanted. Go after it. Go for it.
And as they come to the line of scrimmage, they're passing on the field goal. But look, worst case scenario, you don't get it here, they're backed up in their own end. He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down.
Low man wins. Defense that time on fourth down was expecting run. And you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. What an impact from that last explosive play. They were pinned down in their own territory, now 1st and 10 from their own 45. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You know, you play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
He's moving out of the pocket. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Looking to take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
The Power Cats have powered up the noise to try to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle, it's Payne. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Horned Frogs line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Quarterback making checks. To throw, it's Barnett. Fires to the right. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Second down, they'll go to the air. Oh, they're after him. Looking down the left side. That pass falls incomplete, and it wraps up an entertaining first. Both offenses doing damage. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Little over anxious out of the stands early, and it's a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. But sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Wilson will throw. Pocket breaking down. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
The give to the lone running back. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
To the air on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Payne. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They want to get the ball in the hands of playmakers, and they did, but this time the defense up to the challenge.
And when you slide that running back out of the backfield, like, I'm thinking pass. I got to be locked in, and I got to see him, and as the linebackers have to see him and understand when the quarterback throws him the football, I got to break on it, and everybody's got to corral him because he's so dangerous after the catch.
Just listen to the little apple. You can hear it all the way to the big apple as they try to get the defense off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in, it's John. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Man, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the first down.
From the red zone, it's Payne. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Motion from the wide receiver. Wilson to pass. Under fire. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Back to pass. Under fire. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
It's tough to throw the ball down here in the red zone, man. These windows, they open and they close so quickly. You've got to have great timing, and right now this offense doesn't have it. They've thrown 2 straight incompletions setting up third down.
Now after the incompletion, it leaves them with 3rd and goal from the 3. Might be looking to run. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open, I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Kansas State has it with another 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Barnett. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And backed up, 1st and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. They're setting up the screen. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And he makes the extra point. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Bailey. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. They're going to run it to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Pressure coming. They get to him as he throws.
And that's the play the defense finally needed, man. They were getting gashed early. First 2 drives, they gave up 2 touchdowns. They knew they had to be able to get off the field. Great job creating the incompletion there on 3rd down, now setting up 4th.
A kick is on its way. And the punt will come to rest just inside the 30.
And these punt returners only get so many opportunities to try to make plays, and do they want to make them? So much space back there when you throw them the football. But the thing is, look at all these guys flying down the field, all the speed on the field for that punt coverage team, and you can tell they caught up with him and forced the fumble.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Quick tempo, no huddle offense, 2nd down, clock's running. Wants to throw. It's Barnett. He fires to the left side. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Going over the top. Intercepted deep in his own end. Looking for more room. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And I love this defense being ready at the end of the half, playing the 2-minute situation beautifully, forcing the turnover here now, a chance to break this tie, get some points. Nice execution by this defense late in the first half.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got a man. It's Callow. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. They'll immediately call timeout. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield very late in the half. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. Here's a heat. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
And the score remains tied.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wilson will throw. Here comes the heat. Blasted as he lets it go. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kansas State will kick off as we get things started here in the 3rd quarter. He'll bring it out. It's Bailey. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak.
He'll take the deep shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
The Power Cats have powered up the noise to try to help this defense on third down. Wilson to pass. He'll take another shot here. He's got it. He got a foot down along that left sideline. You know what it takes to make a throw like that.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the right. Makes the catch. Touchdown, TCU. And that one will give them the lead.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touch. Turning it on! Touchdown, Wildcats! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get to the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Indiana is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point. But you take a look at the scoreboard, and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by 7 over Penn State. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Rushes on him. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Wilson will throw. Here's the pressure. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces the 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. K-State has the ball back and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again? Breaks into the open. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Taylor. Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks. The Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. The 20, the 10, touchdown Horned Frogs! And they turn it into a defensive score.
TCU.
It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play. And he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turn on the Jets, making the big play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. They'll ride the hot hand. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Kansas State pushing the pace.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive distance.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
It's complete to the right.
Well, not down in distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so So a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Spins away from the defense. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
And the old school toss play, huh? A little just toss to the right, get the running back on the run. A little bit more space, too, out wide where you can see, like, oh, where am I going to go? Where's the hole? As opposed to when you run right up the gut. So I like the mix-up. I like changing it up, tossing that fast guy and get him on the perimeter.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Backed up now. Here's second and long. To the air. It's Barnett. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Touchdown, Kansas State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Ezukama. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. Going right to work up top. Catch in the middle. It's John. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Big fella showing some ability. Got away from one tackle. Defense lucky they had a few more there to help.
Yeah, he's not a big stiff. He's not a blocking tight end. This guy can do some work out in the open field as well, and he showed you his athleticism.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Baker. Running free. The 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, TCU.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, he's got some space. They believe in this running game, and he's out across the 40 to the 43 before going out of bounds.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Looking for a man, it's Barnett. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
After that incompletion, 4th and short now on their own side of the field, I think there's a lot of coaches in normal circumstances that would stay conservative and just punt the ball away, but you're trailing here in the 4th quarter. I think the offense needs to stay out on the field, and you got to go for it.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. And a nice grab there, big pickup down to the 35-yard line.
What a big play in the 4th quarter when you're trailing and you need it. You really need it.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take it.
There he goes. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
I love the play called running the football here in the 4th quarter, because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Fakes the grab. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And the Wildcats want to move quickly. To the air, it's Barnett. He wants it all. And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan, because these windows get smaller, and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Going for 6. Touchdown, Wildcats! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Ezukama. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone.
Offense will take over. 1st and 10.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wilson to pass. Bringing the heat. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying play action. The sweet feet buy a little time. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was
got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half, and here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Complete to the left. At the 35, he's got room. Flying out to the left. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. Man, at this stage of the game, does that hurt to have 6 points taken off the board? Now they've got to regroup and try to get it in again. And the Horned Frogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Motion from the wideout. Back to pass, it's Carpenter. Throws to the back. And that one's incomplete. Just listen to the little apple. You can hear it all the way to the big apple as they try to get the defense off the field. Gonna look downfield again. Fires to the right. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
After that incompletion here, tied in the fourth quarter, you've got a decision to make with this field position. Do you want to stay aggressive and try and go win this game now and bleed a little bit more clock? Or do you trust your defense if you punt this away to get you the ball back so you can still win?
He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They tied it up with a touchdown drive, got some good work from their defense, and now here in the fourth quarter, an opportunity to move on top.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
2nd down, he'll throw it. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Just a short pass to the tight end. That ought to be enough to give Kansas State the first down.
KYP, know your personnel. You got those big tight ends you can work on those 3rd and shorts. You don't have to have him run way down the field. Understand how to get to the sticks, get that first down. Nice job.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. The tight end always finds a way to get open. He's just a first down machine, Jesse.
And he's a guy, Reese, that is proven he can beat man coverage, but he's also so good against zone, too. He just knows where the soft spots are in the defense. That's why this quarterback has so much confidence in him.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Calls his own number. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
You got to give this guy so much credit, man. It is so hard in practice to simulate the pressure that he just faced. Late in the game, seconds left on the clock, you have an opportunity to kick a field goal to put your team up late in the game, and he absolutely drilled it. What a moment for that young man.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wilson will throw. He's taking a deep shot. Snags it on the right. It's a running room. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Yeah, and a nice job in the 4th quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
And so far today, man, both offenses have been so good. Like, putting up points, being productive. Now in a big moment, man, the defense has a chance to step up. Nice job batting the football down. A couple more opportunities to make some plays and maybe win this football game.
Oh, they're after him. Got room at the 35. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Timeout called by the offense. A mere 10 seconds to go in the game. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. He might want another play. Looking downfield, it's Barnett. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense, and I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go, so you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep, and don't let anyone get behind you.
It's incomplete, and they had a chance in the end zone, and he just couldn't come up with it, and that's going to do it. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too, so we know they're going to a bowl.